Today we'll be talking about a beginner's guide to Bitcoin ordinals and BRC-20 tokens and how you buy and sell those assets on Bitcoin. So whether you're new, you're a returning viewer, this video is going to be for you if you are interested in learning more about Bitcoin ordinals and BRC-20 tokens. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive right in. All right, so let's dive into it. A lot of you have asked in the comments, and I listened and I heard you. So let's go ahead and go over the steps you need to buy ordinals and BRC-20 tokens. First of all, you're going to need a Bitcoin-based wallet, which Hero is one of the wallets I use. And as you can see on the screen, it actually works with stacks as well. And this is going to be beneficial for you in the long run, especially if you are doing swaps, for example, like on Alex, that are basically built using Stacks protocol, which is a layer 2 solution on Bitcoin, akin to kind of like Polygon and all those other layer 2s on Ethereum, like Arbitrum, for example. So again, this wallet is kind of one of the best wallets out there at this time. Another one is going to be Xverse as well. Very similar wallet, and both of them are great. I actually have both of them, and I actually use both. Some platforms, typically use one or the other or both. So that's why I have both of these wallets downloaded. Another couple notable mentions is going to be UniSat wallet, which is kind of needed for some of these other, swaps and DeFi platforms. For example, like, this new platform that just launched, which is basically BitX, and they are basically only using UniSat wallet, for example, as this video is being recorded. And Ordinals wallet also has their own wallet as well, but you do not have to use their own wallet on Ordinals wallet. Neither do you need a UniSat wallet with UniSat Marketplace. You can use any of one of those wallets like Xverse and Hero, for example. But anyways, let's get right into it. These are the top two wallets that you need to download. You set up, you go through the process, obviously, record your private key and store that in a safe place. Obviously, you don't give that out to anybody. And we're going to talk about how to buy on these marketplaces, right? Whether it's ordinals or BRC-20 tokens. One of those popular marketplaces is going to be Gamma. And from what I'm told, they actually support creators and artists, which I find very interesting because I'm hearing some of the other platforms out there don't support creators as well. So anyways, just wanted to give Gamma a shout out for that. Kudos to them for doing that. But anyways, they are a curated type of ordinal marketplace, as you can see here, and it shows some of the different artworks and things like that and some of the top collections in Bitcoin ordinals. So you can see Megapunks, for example. If I wanted to go in and buy one of these ordinals, all I have to do is just go in and literally connect my wallet to the website and click buy now, as long as I have obviously the correct amount of Bitcoin in my wallet to buy that. We're going to go ahead and sign out and sign back in just for the sake of this video. But let me go ahead and just refresh this real quick and we'll sign right in so you can see the process. Now, it's going to show here that Bitcoin or Stacks or even a Ethereum profile, but we're going to click Bitcoin and it's going to show you a couple different wallets. And even if we clicked Stacks, it's going to show me, it's really just going to pop my Hero wallet right open. And again, that's why I have Hero downloaded. It's one of the obviously top wallets there. But again, we're just going to click Bitcoin for now. And of course, we can connect either wallet. But for now, I'm going to connect the Hero wallet. So we're going to do that right now. And there we are. It's connected. It's that simple. And now I can go in and buy one of these ordinals that I might like. And for example, again, Megapunks as an example, one of the kind of lower inscription OG projects here. I can click buy now and it'll take me through these prompts. And of course, I may have to sign a transaction and sign a purchase transaction as well. And no biggie. And after I do that, it'll be in my wallet. So pretty easy stuff. And that's pretty much all you have to do on this website. So we're going to get into some other nuances on other marketplaces so you kind of have a better picture of how all these different marketplaces work. All right. So with that being said, Alex, for example, is built on the Stacks protocol, which we mentioned just a minute ago. And say if you wanted to bridge some of your USDT tokens over to Alex, if you wanted to participate in their brand new launch BRC-20 swap and marketplace here, you would have to bridge some of your USDT tokens over there unless you already have SUSDT as seen on the screen here. So you connect your MetaMask, and that's right, they have a connection for MetaMask. So if you're familiar with using that, it's pretty simple. You just connect it and you can bridge your either BSC mainnet or ERC20 based USDT token here and bridge it on over. Now you'll need a little bit of stacks to cover that gas fee. So it's similar to how Ethereum works in terms of gas. And again, you'll deposit it in. It takes a while for the bridge to send that money over into your account. And then you're pretty much off to the races. And again, Hero, I believe, is what I mainly use on this app because it obviously supports stacks pretty seamlessly. And so does the Xverse wallet. I use Xverse a lot more for my Ordinal stuff. Like for Ordinals wallet, for example, I use my Xverse wallet on that. They also have a mobile app as well for Xverse, and kind of works like MetaMask. You can browse these different Bitcoin applications and BRC-20 marketplaces and Ordinal marketplaces and transact using your Xverse mobile app and on your mobile phone. So again, shout out to Xverse for kind of having those cool integrations and features and making it super easy for people to get onboarded. And back to BitX here. BitX is a new swap that has only a couple different pairings right now, Ordi and Meme, which are pretty much the two kind of beginning tokens on BRC-20 tokens as well. But you can see here that there is going to be slippage for swapping. So you want to be aware of some of these little nuances once again. But it says here to connect my UniSat wallet. So UniSat is obviously created by the UniSat marketplace for purchasing BRC-20 tokens. Now, if you're new to BRC-20 tokens, it's kind of intrinsic in some cases to these Ordinal projects. Some of these Ordinal projects are using some of these BRC-20 tokens to power their ecosystem. So taking a look at, for an example, the Bitcoin machines here, you can see this is one of their Genesis collections. They actually have BTC Virus as well and several other collections, but their token that is basically underpinning their whole ecosystem is going to be ZBit. So we can go back to the BRC-20 tab on Ordinals wallet, and it's one of the top movers here. So we're going to click on that, and you can actually buy these tokens on Ordinals wallet as well. And again, this is I connected with the Xverse wallet. They do have their own native wallet called the Ordinals wallet, just like UniSat has for UniSat wallet. But you can see here, I can go in and click buy now, and it's going to go in and buy that as long as I have the correct balance once again. But if I want to use a platform like this, I may need a UniSat wallet. So UniSat, that's another wallet I have downloaded. The only nuance to UniSat is you'll need to make two different wallets. It's not as robust as Xverse or Hero, where it kind of comes out default and supporting Ordinals. And Xverse, you do have to be aware as well that if you want to receive an Ordinal, you have to click on the receive button. So before we start going into all of these BRC-20 tokens, I just want to make sure you're aware of that. When you click receive, it'll spit out a few different addresses, as you can see pictured on the screen. Now, the first one is going to be for receiving your Bitcoin. All right, that's native Bitcoin there. And then if you want to receive Ordinals and BRC-20 tokens, you're going to want to make sure you basically select that copy and paste here button. It's going to copy it to your browser, and you want to select the middle one for receiving BRC-20 tokens and Ordinals. And the last one is for stacks, and they do have their own NFTs over there. Supports SIP 10 tokens on stacks and stacks NFTs. So again, we'll get into a little bit more of that later. All right, let's head on over to the UniSat marketplace, and I'll walk you through the process over there. But before we do, I want to give a shout out to brc-20.io, is where you can look at the market cap of some of these tokens and make sure you do the research before you just randomly go off and buy a token on UniSat. And I like to look at to where they're ranking and actually look into some of these projects like Oshi, for example. Now let's go ahead and say we did all the research, and now we're going to head over to UniSat and go ahead and buy some of these tokens. So what I like to do is I like to go into the BRC-20 token tab at the top to research a token real quick. So we're just going to use Ordi for this example, but I could go in, click on this, and it'll show me the supply of this token, which is 21 million. And it shows me that it was minted at 21 million as well. And they limited the amount of mints, which means, in the Genesis time when they launched this token, you could literally only purchase 1,000 tokens at a time. And so that is why I like to look into some of these tokens. There's nuances and reasons why I like to look into that, because if I feel that the amount of holders isn't decentralized enough, or there's not enough, quote unquote, enough holders, then I could see that as a problem. People might dumping that token on you later. So that's why I like to see more holders than not, right? So again, we're going to go in and say, pretend we like, let's say ZBit, or actually we use Oshi's early as an example. So let's do that. Now, again, Ordinals wallet, a little bit more seamless, but you have more research at your fingertips with UniSat. So what we're going to do is, let's say we go and look up Oshi. So we're going to type in Oshi and click the search button, and it shows you it's 100% minted out. So that just means that in the Genesis, when they launched this, that it was literally minted out already, and you can't mint it directly from the screen. Now, if it was only like 50%, there would be a mint button up here, and you might want to mint it, in the Genesis, because obviously if you get in early in some of these tokens and you're able to mint for free, then that could be set you up for obvious gains. So that's why it's good to learn this stuff now versus later when everybody else is scrambling to learn all this and trying to get in early. So a lot of this will pay off for you, hopefully. But as you can see, this is a different token. The supply was 13,337 and minted 13,337, and this one was only 1 token per mint. And so this means that it could have a lot of different holders, which could be good for us. So we're going to go in here. However, it is already 100% minted out. So, people already have bought this token out. So they're going to go ahead and sell it if they feel like they're in the gains, of course. And what we're going to do is just click buy. And now you can see the price here. It's 6. This person is selling 6 Oshi tokens for a total of $2,000. And they were pricing it on the floor at $462.21 per token. So you would times that by 6 and you would get that total amount. And of course, when I click buy, it's going to give me a breakdown and a cost here. So let me go ahead and refresh this page really quickly and click this again because it aired out, but it'll give me a breakdown of how many Satoshis it's going to cost me. It's going to give me a fee breakdown. It's going to give me a transaction fee breakdown and everything in the total amount to actually buy this. And it will ask you where you want to receive your Ordinal or BRC-20 tokens to, and that's where you would go into Xverse or Hero and select your Ordinals address here, which is going to be the middle address right there, and paste it in this box provided to you before you submit and pay the invoice. And same thing with Hero. You just click open it up and click receive, and it's going to show you different addresses here. And again, you want to select the one that says Ordinal inscription. And of course, they have with the Hero wallet support for your Bitcoin stamps. Bitcoin stamps is a whole different story, which we could cover in a different video. Just comment in the chat down below and we'll get that covered. But as you can see here, you definitely want to select the Ordinal one, which will be obviously inscriptions, BRC-20 tokens, and Ordinals. So go ahead and select that and drop that in to the box here provided. And you don't want to put in the wrong address here. So this is a very important step. All right, let's go to the next step where you'll actually send and then copy your Bitcoin address and paste the address that they have prompted. And you would enter that in with the correct amount of Bitcoin and you'd send that off to that kind of invoice, if you will. Now, if you're using UniSat wallet, the process is a little bit different. I'll throw up a screenshot of the middle selection where it'll just basically you click a button and use your UniSat wallet. Now, it is, to my opinion, a little bit different because you have to swap between your SegWit and your Taproot wallet inside your UniSat wallet, which is kind of cumbersome. But you do want to have your SegWit wallet enabled because that's where obviously you'll need to spend your Bitcoin. And again, all you needed is your Taproot just to receive the BRC-20 token. But yeah, in order to spend, you'll need to have your SegWit wallet selected with your Bitcoin in it and click buy and it'll go through. So a little bit different of a process, but still kind of the similar thing, right? All right, so we're connected to UniSat using the UniSat wallet on their marketplace. And as you can see here, there's 2 different wallets in my UniSat wallet. So I had to create 2 separate wallets. One was a Taproot, aka, receiving Ordinals and BRC-20 tokens. And then I have my SegWit wallet, which is basically going to be where I spend my money, right? Where I receive Bitcoin and where I spend it. But I want my Ordinals and BRC-20 tokens to go to the Taproot wallet. So again, there's a little nuance there, and it can kind of be confusing to some. But there you go. It's that's all you have to do is connect, or download this wallet and create 2 separate wallets. And here is kind of the process, as you can see me doing right now, is create a mnemonic 12 words, or you can do a restore, but we'll just go with this one right here. Obviously I would click continue. And for example, I would choose one of these options. The top one is going to be your native SegWit, which is basically receiving and sending Bitcoin. And then if I wanted to receive Ordinals, I would go ahead and need to create a Taproot wallet. So those are those 2 different ones right there. We're obviously not going to do this right now, but just as an example, so you know what to do if you're using UniSat wallet and using BitX, for example, as well. And again, it says connect your UniSat wallet. And again, I'm going to have to come over here and connect it up. So you can see there how much Bitcoin I have available, and I can go ahead and swap between Bitcoin and Ordi token. And if I had enough funds, and I would charge me a fee, and I would click swap. But you get the idea. And again, this is for some different platforms. You may need different wallets. It is a little bit of a hassle to set up each individual wallet, especially UniSat currently, until they can kind of default into having the different wallets already set up for you, like Xverse and Hero. But for now, this is a process. It's a little bit tedious. You do have to set up each individual wallet on each individual app, like Hero, Xverse, UniSat, and Ordinals wallet. And Ordinals wallet, they are teasing an airdrop, so this is something you may want to do ahead of time, is set up each individual wallet. And UniSat actually gives you points here, as you can see on the top right hand of the screen. I was using Xverse a lot on UniSat, but I decided to switch and use UniSat wallet because they do give you points, and I do want to earn points if they do another future airdrop. So instead of their OG pass, maybe they do something just a pass, and maybe that might be worth something because the OG passes are going for 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 Bitcoin in some cases, which is a lot of money, right? That's like 8 to 10, 12 grand, up to 12 grand in some cases. So again, you do want to partake in some of these types of events. And like Alex did an airdrop, if you just deposited some USDT into your trading account, which I bridged and I deposited, so I got some airdrop in that. So again, some of these things could be worth it, like Ordinals wallet and UniSat, for example. All right, we're going to bring it all in together. Now let's go ahead in the last step of kind of listing your tokens for sale on these marketplaces is you'll need to create a transcribe inscription to basically transfer the balance to these exchanges. So you can see transfer inscription here on Ordinals wallet. I have some ZBit in my wallet over here, and it'll ask how much I want to transcribe, and I'll just put in the amount and create a inscription, and then I'll be able to list that token on the marketplace. UniSat is very similar. Instead, you just come to My Inscriptions, and it'll show the tokens in your UniSat wallet, and therefore you'll be able to create a transcribe inscription and list on their marketplace as well. And lastly, the reason why we have all these wallets everywhere and why we set them up is platforms like OrdKit, and they are doing, BRC-20 drops over here and also Ordinal drops as well. So you have both platforms, or both, Ordinal and BRC-20s. Let's click on Ape Runners for an example. When we scroll down to here and click the mint button, it's going to actually ask for our Ordinal wallet address where we want to receive that. So based on whatever wallet you decide to use, or maybe you're like me and use a little bit of every wallet, I could come over here to my UniSat wallet and I'll be able to click on my Taproot, basically my Taproot address, or Hero, come over to receive and copy my inscriptions or Ordinal inscription address right there. Or if I have Xverse, I can do the same thing, receive Ordinal and BRC-20 tokens, click on this mint and go ahead and paste my address in to this BTC address, or this Ordinal address, right here in the middle of the screen. Now, OrdKit has definitely been popping off lately, so you definitely don't want to fade that one. And of course, if you have your wallets all set up correctly, you can receive these Ordinals. Now, that hopefully covers everything in a nutshell, literally how you buy, sell, and do everything in terms of these different platforms, these different wallets. And, Ordinals is pretty straightforward. I showed you on Gamma. It's not really any different on Ordinals Marketplace. Once your wallet is connected, again, you just go in to buy now and all that good stuff. So hopefully that basically fully encompasses everything and every step and every question you might have had. And hopefully that helps. And if you enjoyed this tutorial guide and overview of all those different wallets, please smash the like button if you liked it and share with a friend or somebody that may need to see this as well. And comment down below if I missed anything at all or if you have any more questions, and I'll be sure to read your comments below. With that being said, I will see you in the next one. Be like an Ordinal, be like a Bitcoin stamp, be like a BRC-20 token, be authentic, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.